Well, hey everyone, welcome back. It's Snoo. Check it out. We got another few ideas for you on weapon swaps in communication with my community. A lot of people absolutely loving the claw and shield tech that I'm using for solo ghosting. Definitely think it is pretty much the best thing I could be doing for that purpose. But for a more all-purpose approach at weapon swapping, trying to make the use of quality of life, enhancing movement skills, among other things, I want to present this idea to you. And you can see my character right now. She has an axe equipped, so some of you may know, in fact, what this is. It is an item that I've already made a couple videos on in the past. It's called Synvictus Metal. And what makes it so special is it gives rampage whenever you make a kill using this weapon. Although you don't actually have to make the kill from the weapon, you just have to have it equipped when the kill happens. And so I've always thought very highly of this item and used it in past leagues when I'm doing damage over time builds, because I can, fire tornado shot or poisonous concoction, whatever have you, and during the damage over time effect, I can very quickly switch it over, and if the kill happens when that is clipped in, when it's equipped, Rampage ticks on, and then I can switch back to my main ability, and it just keeps ticking, go all the way up to 1,000 and hold it for the rest of the map. It can be a little bit annoying, of course, to try to trigger it, but definitely a valuable way to use the weapon swap, and of course it comes the added bonus of being able to level gems as well, potentially. Some people like to use this axe and actually put real gems into it, make the kill that way, and that's a little bit more along the lines of what I want to show you today. But we're going to be adding all kinds of extra quality of life, including enhanced movement abilities, and so pretty excited to show this to you. We're going to be doing a leap slam attack, combined with faster attacks to make it go faster, of course. Going to be using Fortify again, just like I do in the shield and the claw. So taking the similar ideas with the shield and claw setup. Once again, looking at endurance charge on melee stun support, and then divergent stun support, so just a whole bunch of extra recovery. And in this case, anomalous innervate support. So this has the added benefit of being a 6-link as opposed to 2 separate 3-links, being able to add a whole bunch of extra stuff in here. Actually, this claw is like a 4-link because Fortify comes on it. But anyway, getting the extra couple of links in there, I can actually put faster attack support, in this case, innervate support in there. And indeed, innervate does actually carry over. If you make a kill with this axe, or with the actual skill gem in the axe, then innervate will trigger and it will carry over when you swap over. You're about to see that in a quick map showcase that I'm going to show you. And then there are some additional ideas that we'll talk about here in a second, but let me go ahead and open a random Crimson Temple, and we'll put this in here. And you can see that the attacks are pretty fast. Maybe not quite as fast as shield charge, but up there, certainly up there, at least when Berserk is up. Feels like it's up there. So let's kind of see how it works. So we're looking for endurance charges and Fortify and Innervate and Rampage as well, right? So, I might be going around here trying to... You see some Fortify. It's not the most reliable Fortify, is it? It's okay. But definitely more reliable on the endurance charges. There's some Fortify, almost 20 there. And I do have Rampage. Look, so that means, just stomping the ground enough here, you can see I am actually killing some things. Not the greatest. I'm a Deadeye, and all my points are focused on, projectile damage and stuff, so Leap Slam's not exactly much of a synergy going on there, but as long as I keep making kills, the functionality of the Rampage weapon swap still works out. I just need to kind of, make sure I don't let Rampage drop off. But if I do, it's not the end of the world, because I can just keep making kills. And I like this approach because I'm not having to think about, well, I got to keep Rampage up. I got to keep Rampage up. No, I just need to keep moving around. And if I'm moving like this, I'll re-trigger Rampage. It's okay. Let's see if we can get any Innervate here. I kind of forgot to check Innervate. There we go. Innervate's on there. A little bit of Innervate going on, and it lasts for, about 8 seconds each time you trigger it, so it will be up a lot, depending on how much you're obviously leap slamming around. And so there you go, we kind of got to see it working in action, so that's good. Let me show you real quick an alternative for especially a build like mine. Let's say I wanted to get cast on crit with Tornado in. Well, I would have to substitute a couple of the gems. Maybe I already have endurance charges in the build, and I would sub out the endurance charge stuff this way. But here we go. We can see if I get some tornadoes to spawn. So there's a tornado, and indeed, you know, it stays even after swapping back. That's interesting because I checked Hydrosphere and it didn't stay. Hydrosphere despawned when I did this, but tornado doesn't despawn. So I don't know if that's a bug or what, but sacrificing 2 gems for the tornado can be pretty annoying, right? But if I can just kind of spawn it in the weapon swap, well, that's very convenient. Add 2 whole gems back into the build that I get. Of course, it does require me to actually be, you know, critting something with the offhand, right? There it is, yeah. Well, you can see it. There's a tornado going on. So that's just a little quick showcase on a couple of different ideas. I'm sure there's way more different things you could do with this if you wanted. I had in the past tested Val Smite because you might be thinking, oh, well, what about Val Smite and Innervate together with it? Unfortunately, the Val Smite buff does fall off whenever you switch back, anytime you switch back. But certain things do not fall off, including Tornado, including Rampage itself, including the Endurance charges and the Fortify. So anything that persists through the weapon swap back and forth is super high value, and I suggest you guys test a variety of other different gems and cool qualities of life to see if they persist throughout. But for now, I'm going to be taking this off and putting back in my original setup, and I really like this setup for the solo ghosting. I will, as a quick update, mention that I have swapped from Evasion to Armor. So it's just kind of a quick nugget here at the end, letting you know the update. So I did go ahead and craft my own shield. It's actually a lot easier than I expected to be crafted. It just involved essence crafting until I hit one or both of the top tier armor rolls, and then just kind of, you know, exalt a null to try hit the prefixes, and then, you know, a quick prefix cannot be changed. A reforged life, it's only has the option of rolling life gain on when you block, in this case, 6 different tiers, I think, so not terribly difficult. And then I really like the idea of moving while bleeding doesn't cause you to take extra damage, because while the attack speed would be nice, my attack speed is already good enough, and I pretty much only die from degens and things. I was even thinking about squeezing Steel Skin back in, but this way I can kind of keep a Mortal Call and then not have to worry about the bleeds killing me as I'm trying to, you know, solo ghost my way through. So that was just a little quick update on the back end for what I'm doing now. The 99 life gain when I block, a 38% chance to block, unbelievably good. Suddenly it turns me into actually something of a tank. Like that's a real amount of recovery, so long as the map doesn't roll reduced block chance. That is some serious recovery and working really nice with all the other major defensive layers that I have. Some people will mention, well, what about the percent life gain on block? That is an influence mod, could be used instead, would only be about twice as impactful, and would be extremely difficult to craft in comparison to this, I think. So, just want to end the video there. There you go. Check out the Synvictus weapon swap in future leagues, or this league, especially if you're not solo ghosting. Give the whole claw and shield thing a try. It's absolutely terrific too. Either way you go about it, it's working great for me. And like I said, I'm going to be sticking with this style of gameplay from here on out. Like, this is not a one and done kind of thing. This is a fundamental shift in the way I'm playing. So very excited to bring that information to you. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Be expecting some interesting, very, very, very high investment content coming out. You can see some scarabs down here and some compasses that are quite pricey. And a lot of fun. It's going very well right now. Times are good. So that's it. Gonna go for now. I'll be live streaming on Twitch today and next day and probably the day after and so on. So see you there. Thanks for watching.